So I know I said I wasn't going to plant anything more, but I was in buying this here netting for my peas to grow in, and I thought, you know what, I might as well buy beans as well. So I planted some beans. They nothing's really started to sprout yet. They've been in 6 days. I think the closest thing is this. There's, I don't know if you can see that, but that's one little, I think it's a radish coming through, which is quite nice. So we'll come back in another wee while, I guess. And there's actually some of the peas I missed the pots with, and there's one there starting to sprout, so I need to rehome them peas. Or maybe I'll just throw the compost on them in there and let them grow, and then plant them out, and if I'm planting out the rest of them. But it's kind of cool to see them actually starting. Quite nice. You can see what the rest of them's doing under the soil, I guess. So this is literally the day after that last video. And as you can see here, there's a little pea starting to come. A little pea starting to come here and here. I think that's one as well. So that's kind of nice to see. There's still nothing out of these currants, but I know they're slow growing, so not overly concerned about them. There's no tomatoes yet, but you can see there's a, like, get closer. There's a couple more radishes coming. Class, and there's another couple there. Don't see anything else so far. Nope, that's it. So I know the radishes are meant to be like super quick growing. They're like a stop crop or whatever. You put them in and they're fully ripe in like 6 weeks, so it'll be cool to see. I've got some weeds growing and some nettles. They'll not do any harm. I may pull them someday. So that's awesome, and then we'll come back in another couple of days' time and show you them a wee bit further on, hopefully. So this is another couple of days later. You can see the wee peas are starting to come up super well. I went away and bought some rhubarb, so that's pretty cool. I'll be able to plant that outside. And I bought some strawberries. I'm thinking if I get strawberries going here well, they'll be fit to crawl all over this side of the greenhouse once I get everything else out. So that's the cauliflower. It's starting to, that's as far as I can reach. Starting to spring up. Radishes are doing super well. This is cress. Not looking super healthy, but it's still growing. And this is lettuce. You see there's one, couple here coming, bit of one there, so that's cool. Don't see anything else as yet, but yeah, still going, and I'm still sticking out. I'll go out and show you the potatoes now. So as you can see, nothing there. Those ones are coming up nicely. You're getting plenty of water anyway because it hasn't stopped raining this whole week. Nothing here yet. And nothing here yet, but that's to be expected of another week or two to wait for them to start coming through at least. I've got some time off for Easter. I'm kind of hoping to get doing something here because the peas another week or two and they'll be ready to go outside, so I need to either dig a trench or trim this down to the ground and then dig a trench or something. All these here currant bushes all need trimmed because they're all new growth, although they're not exactly massive yet. Maybe I'll not bother. To be decided. But aye, that's what I've done so far anyway. I never really did a video on that, but that's my strimmer, the Hyundai. She's I challenge anyone to find a cheaper strimmer. I got her shop soiled off eBay for £80, brand new, and she's a 52cc. She's an absolute beast. As you can see, I've wiping myself down, but I've got this all straightened now. There's a bit there to do, but I broke my string and we're going to do some surveying now, so, but it's a good start anyway. This was my row of potatoes. Needs raked, or might take out the leaf blower or something, have a go at it. Tidy it up a wee bit, but that's her if anyone's looking for a cheap trimmer. I've had her now over a year. She starts every time. And well, you can see like that was like absolute rope, some of it. She really did chop into. Good job. So anyone that sees this pen will remember there was 3 wee heifers in here for a while, and Dad has convinced me that it'll be really good compost. So I'm going to take a bucket for each pot of rhubarb and plant them out now. I've dug a wee hole. I'm not sure if he's too lazy to clean this out himself and he just wants me to do it, or if it'll actually make good compost, but it's better than nothing anyway. I'll have a bash at it. That's the first one anyway, wee hole made. So I dug out 2 wee holes, filled them full of that stuff, and then I brought out more. I threw my 2 rhubarb plants in, and I know you can do a thing called forcing, which is where you cover them. So I've done that. I've just filled them up with compost, or with dung. On a head up, they'll probably come up through it. If they don't, no big loss. If they do, I'll have lots of rhubarb, so should be good enough for it. I've started a bit of a drill. I don't really know if I'm going to finish it over here. I've just kind of dug one track. It just needs healed over to make the rest of it, you know. Don't know if I'm going to finish it and fill it full of dung and plant potatoes in it or what, but it's starting to rain now anyway, so I'm going to call it for another while. So now that the rhubarb's outside, these are still the strawberries. The peas are coming on a lot nicer in May. I'm going to wait until they're really super strong before I plant them out, because I know rightly that little grass out there is just going to go through whatever I put down, so I need to give them as good a chance as possible. Nothing new other than some more cauliflower. Radishes are still doing really well. Cress is coming up. I don't actually know what you do with cress, but it's coming up. And then this is the lettuce, you can see it. It was a real bad yellowy colour. It's kind of better green colour now, so that's good. I had my doubts as to whether any of them old seeds were going to grow, but those 2 are both out of them, so there's potential for this other to do something. Although radishes are super quick growing, and these radishes here did absolutely nothing, so maybe I'll have lettuce and cress and that'll be it. Beans should come though, they were new seeds. I'm still waiting on the tomatoes. They're slow coming. Actually, I think that's something growing. You'll have to look up the old video to see what that is. Oh, that's a tomato actually. Sweet. Class. Cool, that's really good. So this is the track I dug. This one here. And I've dug another one and leafed up all along. I'm hoping to do this to the whole thing and plant a row of potatoes up it. And cover them with a bit of compost and raise it a wee bit. So that's where I'm at. You would not believe how deep the roots are there. They're so hard to pull over. But I'm only doing one for the potatoes today. And then I'll do peas and beans up here. Some other day. You can see I kind of got carried away. This starts off here, but 2.5 foot wide. Goes down to there, which is only a foot wide. So, what odds? It doesn't really matter. It'll help get rid of some of the grass. I would have liked to trim it again to get it good and shortened, but time's gone on and I kind of need them planted before they start growing in the bag. Right, so I probably dug a bit too much for the amount of potatoes I have. Should have counted them and measured. Also probably should have put a straight line in. But what odds? So I'm gonna open a bag of compost here and throw it on top of that. I need to swallow my words about what Dad said about Dad and that calf pen. He has it cleaned out now on top of the duckle, so I can't really get any of it. So too soon. That's what I get for being smart. But I'll cover these now, and then I think this video is getting a bit long, so I'll have a look and see. I must show you inside the greenhouse again, actually. We had a real nice day today and they all come on amazingly. Cool. So these potatoes are the first ones that were put in, and that's because I didn't plant them. I basically found them like that. Who knows how old they are. And then probably would have been the tyres next. Nothing there. And then this is the one that's down with the bags of the compost underneath it. Nothing showing there yet. And then this is the new one now, all covered. I know that's not the proper way to do a drill, but as I said, the problem with this is it's quite wet and the potatoes went rotted on us in the ground last time, so I'm doing the drill above the ground in the hopes that it'll dry them out a wee bit. And yeah, it was a real pain to dig that up. But I think I need to do this here, try and keep it the one width, because once it got wide on me, it was an awful weight to try and turn over whenever I'm doing the peas and beans up here. But I'll go in now and show you the stuff in the greenhouse, how it's getting on. And I got some more stuff to plant as well. I might do that first, actually. I forgot to water the rhubarb, but I'll do that now. Dad was actually up there, he was sitting this here. I thought it was just some kind of disease or something. I wasn't going to worry about it, but he says that's frost burn on the potatoes. Had a bit frost there a couple of nights. It's kind of interesting. I thought I'd share that in case anyone else is the same. And then, so these are my peas. I'm super chuffed with how they're growing. I've obviously put too many in this pot, but they seem to be growing like mad compared to these ones here that didn't have any competition. But I want to give them a good head start in the greenhouse, get them up good and big, and then they'll be fit to outgrow the weeds that's out there. The wee strawberries aren't doing much, but then it's not the time of the year for them. Still no tomatoes. This is the new stuff. This is sweet corn. I seen a seed packet in Tesco, and I got a boy to go halfers with me on them because I don't want an entire packet of them. Just in case they do all grow, and I don't like sweet corn that much, but it's alright. I think that's my first tomato, which is kind of cool. Cauliflower's doing well. Radishes are going like mad. I'm gonna need to thin them out and fire them outside or something. And then the lettuce is coming. Super chuffed with the colour it's going again. And that's, still don't know what to do with cress. Still no beans. So that's it for another while. I'll try and keep doing videos like this, just wee updates, but that's what a couple of weeks does to peas. Class. It's going to be so much fun picking them too. Alright then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!